What's up, boys and girls? Welcome back to another LEGO Custom Minifigure Showcase. I know these figures are really delayed, but better late than never, I guess. They're finally done, and yeah, I'm very happy with them overall. Some inconveniences when making them, but in the end, it worked out fine, I guess. I just never really got around to making Raftalia's tail, unfortunately, or Naofumi's shield for that matter. Two core elements to the characters, I guess. But I might come back to them when the second season starts or something. I don't know. Maybe. So, starting off with Naofumi right here. What can I say? I think it's a really good figure. The main thing when making this was that I wanted to have the armor piece and the cape removable. So, I don't sculpt on unless it's necessary, unless there's no other way around it. So that's kind of why I always do this. And it might look a little bit weird to some people, I guess. Not entirely accurate or whatever. But LEGO has never really been, 100% accurate in that way. So that's just what I do. I try to keep it as LEGO as possible. But taking some liberties here and there, I guess. And one thing with this figure in particular, I didn't have the dark brown LEGO pieces. So I had to take the standard reddish brown. So I just went ahead and painted it a darker brown. Worked out fine, but gotta stock up on some pieces for future customs, so this stuff doesn't happen again, I guess. And here's why I like having removable pieces on my customs, because it can change the look quite significantly. Say you don't want the armor, but you want the cape, or you don't want the cape, you just want the armor, or you don't want either of them. Then you can have that, and it looks pretty good. That's something I really like to incorporate in most of my figures whenever I can. But sometimes I just don't want to make, say, if it's got a jacket or a coat or whatever, sometimes I just don't feel like making the fabric because it's time consuming, it's annoying, and sometimes it just kind of shits itself. When I do take the time and effort to do something like this, I can appreciate my work that much more. It just feels a lot more rewarding when you just do that little extra thing. So that's always nice. Overall, Naofumi wasn't really a hard figure to paint. Raftalia was way more annoying to do because of her little lines here and there and just these multiple colors. Naofumi is just brown, then some lines, that's it, Some lines and squares, that's it. Raftalia, on the other hand, a bit nightmarish, I would say. So yeah, here we got Raftalia. Very annoying to make, but I'm very happy with the results overall. Especially the legs, that was the biggest part about her that really pissed me off. This was around the summer, I believe, so it was a lot of humidity outside, and I think that's the biggest thing, especially with Game Workshop's lacquers. I didn't really get frosting on the legs, but the problem is that the lacquers didn't cure correctly. So that's why she's got an indent on her feet on the right leg, as well as an indent on the upper part of the inner thigh area. And the reason for that is obviously because I had to remove that. I had to scratch it off and repaint it, revarnish it. And since there was already lacquer on from the other areas, I didn't feel like stripping the entire piece just to repaint it, because some areas the lacquer's cured up, but some other areas not so much. And I also had to sand down, I had to redo the thigh a lot because I had to keep sanding it down because the amount of lacquers I used built it up so much so it barely could move back and forth. So a really annoying figure just because of those legs. But the first thing that was really annoying with this figure also was the torso. I first painted a torso and it turned out decent enough, but when I lacquered it, I got some frosting. I did the first 2 coats for protective purposes, and then I had to matte it down or satin it down, whatever. Just remove a lot of that gloss, and that's when I got a lot of frosting, and that is not that's not fun. That's the stuff of nightmares, okay? So I had to strip the entire torso, and I struggled to get that torso done because all of the small little black linings here and there. So I got a bit discouraged, but got some new brushes, repainted it, turned out way better, varnished it, everything turned out fine. Then it was to do basically the arms, not that much trouble, just getting them to be protected as well. Somehow that lacquer messed up as well. Even though I sprayed those arms inside, they still messed up. But in the end that worked out as well. But then I had the skirt piece and I had to figure out what to do with the tail. And as you can see, there's no tail. I still don't know what to do. Because I don't want to put a tail waist piece on her. I don't want to glue a piece on. You know, I don't know really what I want. It's a bit hard, but yeah. As I might come back to these figures because I'm gonna give Naofumi his shield at some point, so yeah. So overall, I'm very happy with these figures. Took some time to make them, but better late than never, I guess. I thank you all so much for having been sticking through this entire video. Make sure to share and like the video because YouTube is a fucking piece of shit platform that doesn't promote anything. So I would really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Bye bye.